Please take your seats quickly, ladies and gentlemen.
Hi guys, and welcome to 1minutetennis.com. In today's session, I want to talk to you about the role of the wrist in the serve. And I want to show you how by having the correct feel of the wrist, you can add tons of power to your serve and serve faster and easier today. Now, traditional coaches quite often and fairly correctly talk about having a relaxed and loose grip on the serve. But truly, the grip is not so important. The key is, can you have a relaxed and loose wrist? Now, often the grip and the wrist go together, but not always. So the advice on the grip is not bad advice, but it isn't getting to the real heart of the matter, which is that we need a loose and relaxed wrist. But how do we find that loose wrist? I mean, what's loose for you might not be loose for me and might not be loose for Yannick Sinner. So how do we find the relaxed, loose and free wrist that will give you power and easy speed in your serve? And here's a great way of how to find the loose, relaxed wrist that every professional player uses to get real power in the serve. What I want you to do is to hold the racket and rest the racket on your left hand, on the fingers here. And now relax your wrist as much as you possibly can. And then when you're ready, just withdraw the left hand. And this is not a loose wrist. You see, the racket has been supported by one thing, and that is my wrist. It's fairly relaxed, but it's not loose enough for a powerful serve. So I'm now going to repeat this, resting the racket on my left hand, and I'm going to relax and disengage my wrist so much that when I pull my left hand away, the racket just falls. And this is loose. Very relaxed, but not loose. And now, this is loose. So now I've found the feeling of a loose wrist. Now I'm going to try and capture that into a service action. So now I'm going to move to a service stance. And once again, I'm going to do the loose wrist test. So the wrist is loose and disengaged. The racket is supported by the left hand and it drops. And now I'm going to let the racket drop and then continue into a serve, trying to retain the same feeling in the wrist all the way through the service action. So loose and swing. Once again, loose and swing. And I'll try again, I'll still feel it. So loose and swing. And I can hear the racket scything through the air and it feels so easy and free. And now I'm going to go through 3 progressions. I'm going to find the looseness, capture the looseness, and then serve with the looseness. So I find loose, and now I capture the looseness, and now I serve the looseness. And I have such an effortless and free serve there. When you serve with a loose and disengaged wrist, then all of the power that's coming from the body, from the turn of the body, from the movement of the arm, is flowing through the wrist, into the hand, and into the racket, and into the ball. This is essential because there are many, many muscles around the wrist area, but from the wrist through the hand and the fingers, there are no muscles. It's just like a series of tendons, almost like a rope with knots in. And so consequently, the power, if the wrist is loose, the power is naturally transferred through the hand. This is why having a tight grip doesn't really affect the actual power of the serve, but having a tight wrist affects it enormously. They often go together, but not always. You can have a tight grip with a loose wrist, and then you'll have a super powerful serve, even if you're gripping the racket very fiercely. So find looseness, apply looseness, serve faster, and you'll have an easier and better and bigger serve. If you like this or any other ideas, check out our books on Amazon. The books cover every aspect of the game, and they're truly unique because as well as the science of the game, as well as the super simple solutions that we offer, everything is linked to YouTube videos, so you can read, watch and view all of our ideas on how to improve your game and take your game to the next level. Or join players in over 40 countries that I'm helping all over the world. We have a unique brand of video analysis and one-to-one coaching. For more information, check out the website or email me. So reproduce the wrist movements of the best players in the world. Find loose, retain loose, apply loose, and you'll have a bigger, better, and easier serve. Thanks for watching. See you next time for more unique tennis lessons that really work.